to Nigerian Mindset, your weekly social awareness and motivational program on YouTube. I'm Dr. Nana Aisha Akeze. For this week's episode, here are my views. As humans, we are always hopeful for something. Hope is what keeps us living. Hope resurrects strength in us. Hope gives us a sense of zeal to live for another day. Hope is medicinal to our emotions. When you have hope, you have a sense to keep trying when you fall. Hope is a feeling of expectation and the desire for certain things to happen. According to Collins Dictionary, hope is a desire of things and the expectation that that thing will go well in future. We need hope. Collins further argues that when people hope, they want things to happen and they believe that it is possible for that thing to happen. Many youths in Nigeria just need a little push and they will do the rest to build a productive future for themselves and families. In my view, Nigerian youths just need a helping hand and a sense of hope that future is going to be brighter. And so I posit here that giving back to the society restores hope to the hopeless. Helping more people access resources to earn a living, create pathway to escape poverty. This in turn creates stronger and stable communities to the benefit of everyone. When a nation is prosperous, the citizens are hopeful and the love for the country increase. Why do you think people join army with all their mind and heart open in America? Because there's hope. Then they have that love for the country. They will go extra mile to keep Americans safe because there's hope. They know that when they are even gone, the country will take care of them. The society will take care of whatever they left behind. We need hope in Nigeria. Contributing to a worthy cause or volunteering your time as a mentor to help others are powerful ways that every well-meaning Nigerian can help more youths to succeed. Therefore, I call on all Nigerians to consider how we can all give back and help youths reach their potential, because youth are the future of any nation. Hear this, my fellow Nigerians. About 2 months ago, I watched an interview of one elder from Osun State. He is a chief priest and head of all tradomedical doctors in his state. The interviewer was a young lady who asked the question, among others, about youth coming to seek ways to make quick wealth. The chief priest explained how he often tried to dissuade them. The chief priest concluded that he often tried to explain to the youths that there are grave consequences to such actions. To the youth out there, or to anyone watching, please note that there is no such thing that is legitimate ways to make quick fortune. There's no such thing. It's deception and fast way to total destruction of one's life. Free has no value. Therefore, nothing is free. Life is a journey and not a competition. Run your own race because everyone has his own path to destiny. Impatience is fast way to destruction. We don't need to be impatient in life and allow quick fix. It does not last. There is a story behind every glory, and there is dignity in labor. With dedication, determination, resilience, and focus, everyone will eventually get to their desired destination. Once you walk towards it, one step at a time. In fact, nothing good comes easy. Nothing. But with resilience, you will sure get there. Look, my heart breaks every time a young man's life is cut short due to hopelessness in our society. We need to restore hope to our society. I know it is easy to condemn youth for some illicit action, but let us all remember, where there is no hope in a country, people can only do whatever is available, including the unthinkable. Nigerian leaders, it is time to restore hope. The hopelessness situation of our youth is getting worse. And I can only implore you all, elders, leaders, and citizens who are able to please do something now. The level of hopelessness in Nigeria is not sustainable. We need to start giving hope to our youth. Think about this. Even if you succeed to buy security for yourself and family, which is what is happening now in Nigeria, what happens if and when you are no longer here to influence things? What happens? Even with all the weight and influences you may currently exhibit, the question is, what happened to your children after your exit? What happened to them? My take is, no system can sustain without guaranteeing hope for the future. Again, the youth of Nigeria is the future of our country. Whatever we believe, whether we believe it or not, that remains the truth, that the youth of a country is the future of that country. Hope for the future is resurrection, restoration of basic amenities, provision of jobs, and in particular, providing electricity to help youth develop their potentials. Access to electricity can improve handyman's job in our society. Self-employment will increase instead of youth indulging in illicit acts. They will take to self-employment. Listen, here in the US, if I want my basement to be cleaned, the sewer, I will have to contact the person who will do it, and they will come with their machine and do brrrr, the thing is all cleaned. So when there's electricity, things will start rolling in. The youth will be engaged. There will be a lot of things that they will get themselves involved in. We need to give electricity a chance in Nigeria. But when there is no hope, some youth are forced to engage in nefarious activities. They take that for survival. We don't want a society that is filled with hopelessness. However, when people are hopeless, in the process, they are sometimes forced to destroy themselves and others. Lack of hope is part of the reason why people do the unthinkable, especially the youth. We need to come to the realization and bring compassion back to the country. We cannot adopt the system that says it's no longer okay to have an act of kindness, whether through giving out your unwanted clothes, shoes, or food to the needy. We all need to contribute our bit to move our nation forward. It has been proven that the people of Nigeria are resilient, strong, dedicated, and have zeal to succeed in life. Research shows that 1 out of 5 black Africans you see outside the country is a Nigerian. It is my belief that we all can do our bit to make our nation great again. It's not so hard because people always say great Nigeria, great. We have to do something to make it great. It's not only just by saying it. And I tend to agree with that research that says 1 out of 5 black Africans you see outside Nigeria is a Nigerian. Because in 2016, when myself and husband went to Harvard for a short program in a class of about 40 students, I identified Nigerians, four people as Nigerians in a class of just about 40. The people that I identified were 4 and they were Nigerians, which shows that Nigerians are majority black African population outside Africa. The idea that we the people of Nigeria have become numb to the issue in Nigeria and the ways of life is saddening. We need to learn how to give back to the society. We have to stop the mindset to take from the society and then go back and condemn the society. We need to learn how to give back. That action of taking from the system and the mindset has led the system to be rolled back instead of moving forward. Therefore, we all need to change that mindset and start to give back to the system. I am here to let all Nigerians know that we have a choice. We don't need to be numb to a situation. We can change. We don't need to condemn the society because we are the society, we are the people. We, the people of Nigeria, can come together and change the society. Change it to the way we want it to be. We have to change all of this by giving back to the society. We don't need to take. We need to start giving back. Many people believe that contribution to the society is the sole responsibility of government and those who are well-to-do. That is a wrong assumption. We all can contribute in our capacity. Remember, they say, little drops of water make the mighty ocean. Anyone can make a difference to the society with the right mindset for change. If you have the mindset for change, you can make a difference. You don't need to donate millions when you don't have it in order to make a difference. No, you don't need to donate millions. Little act of kindness small changes in lifestyle, and being a responsible citizen alone will make a change that can do the magic. As Nigerians, we all know that there are several issues facing us in that country. Here are some tips on how you can help, because we can all help. It's a fact that we can all come together to help the system. Some of the ways is pay attention to the people around you. Find ways to address their needs. Support charities. Set up a local food bank in your community. Encourage others to bring in unopened, non-perishable canned and boxed food that can be donated to the needy. These are some few ways masses can help communities, and it requires very little effort. It's just the mindset. We don't only need to donate to the prayer houses. Many people think when you want to give millions, you must give it in a prayer house. You don't need to do that. Many of the folks do that seeking recognition. We got to be better than that. There are many people who need those monies, not the prayer houses alone. There are other several causes that need attention and donations. So please, the next time you think of giving that huge sum of money or any amount, think about a foundation you can set up under your name to give back to the society that need it, not to those who do not need them. Foundation is where you can set up and give donations to causes that you love. You don't need to take those huge money to the prayer houses. There are so many people who need those help. If the prayer houses were doing the magic, Nigeria would be okay. Please think about a foundation and set it up, and use that to give charity to causes that you love. Create your own impact by giving back to the society. We can do better by giving to the community who need it most. For the rich and affluent, electricity is a basic necessity in a country. With access to electricity, amazing things happen and is associated with progress and modernization. Electricity affords individuals the connection with various segments of the society in special ways, with modified perception of belongings. Some people might have wrong perception of other people, leading to intolerance. People from the south, people from the north, east and west. But when there's electricity, when there's access to electricity, people can connect easily and have better understanding of each other. This leads to peaceful coexistence and a more tolerant society. All of this is achievable through the act of giving back to the society. Access to electricity provides comfort to people, in turn increase productivity level of individuals. I'm asking Nigerians who can afford it, please go ahead and provide your community steady power supply. It will go a long way. Listen, invention plus commercialization lead to innovation. In my view, innovation is crucial for value creation, growth, and employment in a nation. Now, How do we guarantee hope for the future and to our youth through innovation? For this week, I will provide few tips on how youth can contribute to community development through innovation, ingenuity, and creativity. Innovation is an essential driver of economic progress, which benefits consumers, businesses, and the economy as a whole. How does innovation play that role? How does it contribute to economic growth? And what can be done to promote it? Given all the many issues in Nigeria for decades, here are some major benefits of innovation and how it can be implemented to contribute growth to our Nigeria economy. Innovation fosters shared prosperity by stimulating formal employment and increased wages. The World Bank recognized that innovation and entrepreneurship are important for addressing major developmental changes in a country, such as inclusion, sustainability, and shared prosperity. Innovation allows firms to specialize, meet international best practice standards, and upgrade quality. In developing countries, developing economies like Nigeria, we need innovators that will create new or improved products and services accessible to underserved populations. Countries with innovation tend to witness higher productivity rates, which leads to increased economic growth and more robust job creation. The idea of people coming out of school and be looking for job months and years is because there's not much innovation in the country, and that's because there's no electricity. Because people invent things every day. My husband actually told me how he invented a grinding machine in Nigeria after he finished his first degree. People invent things every day, but there's no electricity for you to sell what you have actually invented, meaning to commercialize it before it can become innovation. Because if you invent and no commercialization, you will not be you cannot innovate. That means nothing. The main pathway through which the poor can escape poverty in the country is encouraging innovation. This brings me to my advice for Nigerian graduates and current students in colleges and university. I ask that you look inward. My Nigerian graduates, my Nigerian college students, look inward. For your projects, don't take it as a child's play. When you are asked to choose a project, I know some people, because I schooled there in Zaria, many people in the north, when they ask them for a project, most people from the north go to the south and go to one campus to collect one project and just come and Xerox it. We can't do that. And the people in the south come to the north, the same thing. Take one project and Xerox it. No. The way you can have your project set up that will save you after your graduation. Today I give you the advice. Look inwards. Choose your project carefully. Look at what your community is lacking. Make your project practicable. Whether you are in the art class or in the science, choose a meaningful project. Look at your community. You can, if you are in the art section, you can choose a project that will develop small business in your community. Trust me, write it by interviewing people. Write that your project. When you come out of school, that is when you will know what you have done for yourself. And if you are in the science class, choose a project in the science arena that will help create electricity. You can do it. Don't rush from north to south to pick a project that you don't know anything about. Osmosis come to where? Or Mongo Park type of project. Localize your project. That is how you can make it after school. Think about the genesis of Facebook that we all like to use today. Think about the genesis. Read the story of how that Facebook came to be. Another good example is found in Kazakhstan, where two youths, Max and Daria, age 14, wrote a science project on smart energy. I'm giving you all these examples so that you can put it into practice. So for those of you who are in school who have not chosen any project and you find this video, listen to it. Choose your project carefully. Choose it that will solve the situation, the problem, the issues around your locality, and you will be all right. Max and Daria wrote a science project on smart energy during their 9th grade. These people were just in high school when they wrote that project. This teenager science project became a working part of their school's affordable and clean energy. That means their school adopted what they wrote and put it into practice. And that's why I said, write a practicable project. The school is now on record saving 30% in heating and electricity bills. That's how you invent things. So they wrote that project, the school commercialized it, and now it's innovation. They are using it in their school. Again, I say to you Nigerian youths, write a project that will solve the actual problems we are having in Nigeria today. Don't write Mongo Park come to Nigeria and how you went back. You don't need that. The current situation that is facing Nigeria, write projects that will represent those problems and how you can fix it. Concentrate on the solutions. And when you do that, for instance, if your project is about small business practice, after your college, get some youths together with like mind, share ideas, and start something small. Get together and start something small. Now, you will say, where will you have money? How will you find it? The best way to raise funds for your new project is through microfinancing. That is getting money from family members and friends. Small auntie here, big uncle here. Just small, just like that. That's how you can fund your project. You don't need to carry folder and be looking for sponsors that you may never find. Listen, when I finished my youth service, I was working somewhere in Nigeria. And while I was there, many people carry folders and come there and say they have invented something and they need the boss to fix it. At a time when I called them upstairs, hello sir, XYZ is here. Tell him I'm not around. Tell him I'm not around. Tell him that's how it is. It's difficult to find sponsor. So you don't need to look for those sponsors. They will look for you when you are doing well. And for science students, look inward. For instance, write your project that will provide electricity to your community, just like Max and Daria did. And luckily for them, their school adopted it. You may end up having someone who will be interested in your project and take it to the next level. But don't look for that person. You have to start doing it within your locality. However, you don't need to wait for any sponsor. You can start small from your own immediate environment. Build your trust and have a symbiotic relationship around your community. Show them what you can do, and your invention may become commercialized, starting from your environment, and that's how you become an innovator. Instead of carrying folders all over the place looking for oil company jobs, banks, NNPC, this one, that one, you don't need to do that. Those are all distraction. If you check it out 1, 2, 3, 4 months, nothing, fall back on your projects. The aim of community development are simple in concept. You want to improve fairness, freedom without interference with the freedom of others, and the ability of people to meet their basic human needs. All Nigerian rich and affluent should derive joy in helping others by building community. My Nigerian leaders, you can do it. You can do it. The greatness of America is connected to the American citizens giving back to the society. We as Nigerians need to copy good things and have the mindset to give back to the society. Instead of taking more from the country, we need to give back to the society. Most people hear about Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett is an American business magnate, investor, speaker, and philanthropist. Listen, the act of giving back is good, and you feel good when you actually make others happy. But I don't know about some people. I feel good, truly, when I'm able to give something out and that person is happy. I have $100. I can give $5 out, and I see that $5 mean a lot to that person. That gives me joy, because I still have $95. Because I don't see any reason why you acquire so many millions on paper and there's no foundation attached to your name. That is not a good thing. We need to change that mindset. Warren Buffett, as reported, he has made a total of $27.54 billion charitable contribution to organizations in just over 10 years. One person gave out $27.54 billion as charity to people, to organizations all over the world. He's an American, and these are the greatness of America. Every episode I will mention Americans that are doing it. We need to copy that. We need to start to do that. How about copying this model as Nigerian weirdest individual to give back to Nigerian society? That should bring security and hope to the nation. Because if you condemn the system and do nothing, you condemn the system and do nothing to rectify the situation, you are the system. We need to do our part. Nigerian leaders, it is time for you to start to give back. Have foundations attached to your name and start to give back to your country. Fellow Nigerians, let us derive joy in helping others to build our nation. Thank you for joining me on Nigerian Mindset today. Join me next week for another edition. My website is standingbyyourdream.com. Bye-bye.